Louisville's new rock alternative, Alt 105.1. It is PK, and I have the guys from Badflower with us right now. What's up, guys?
What up?
Hello.
How's it going?
Hola.
So, welcome to Louisville, for starters. I know you guys are on tour, and before we kind of get into the tour, the music, everything, you're in the bourbon capital of the world. Are you guys bourbon drinkers?
I like a good bourbon, yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I like it. I like it all.
That's fine with me. I'm here for it.
No. No. I used to drink, no. The answer is no. No, I don't. No.
So, no.
He likes an old-fashioned with bourbon.
Well, I don't know anything about alcohol, so usually when I'm with Alex, he'll order for me. I'd be like, what do I want here?
Yeah.
And he usually nails it.
He likes bourbon.
Okay.
Well, bourbon's like actually my favorite thing.
There you go. So, I mean, you always need one of those people in your life where it's like, you're like, I know exactly what he's going to like. Perfect. I love it. Well, there's plenty of bourbon here, so, you got your choice. There's a big bourbon bar all the way in the back. Like, I would just say have at it. But you guys are currently on tour and everything. Now, with the new song with Detroit, you guys were just in Detroit 2 nights ago. So how was the reaction being in Detroit, playing Detroit, back where you kind of came up with all of it and, had the crowd singing and everything?
I mean, it really sucked. Those people didn't care at all.
Those bastards.
No, I'm just kidding. It was great. It was beautiful. It's kind of emotional. Yeah, it felt really good. Yeah, because we were we did our encore song was Detroit.
Okay.
So we left the stage, and usually they chant like one more song or whatever. They literally chanted Detroit, which was really cool. That was cool to hear. Yeah, and then we came back on and played that song. It's good.
That's fantastic. I mean, the song is amazing, and it's it's really cool, the story behind it and how all of it came together. But when you think about just the lyrical composition and then the musical composition of it, like you see that evolution in the bands, from a songwriting standpoint and all of that. But is there ever that point where you're writing music or writing lyrics where it's like this feels almost like I'm being almost too vulnerable, or I'm sharing a little bit too much, because that's kind of a theme with a lot of your guys' music, right?
Literally have never felt that way ever. We feel the opposite way, where we're like, this is too generic. This isn't personal enough. It's not special. Anybody could, like, that's usually our motto with this band is, could anybody else have written this song?
Yeah.
And if that would make sense, then we're like, well, we can't. All of our songs have to be something that, that's Badflower. Only Badflower would do that thing. Even if it's something little in the song, like not necessarily the whole concept. So we're always searching for that. Yeah, there's no such thing as too personal.
Well, I think, just listening to that, like I said, the evolution of that as you guys have, keep putting out new stuff. I mean, you have Detroit out right now. You have another song. What's going on as far as, like, new album and all of that? Like, where's that process at?
Take it, Al. Go ahead. Come on. Where's it at?
Where's the process at?
Yeah.
Where are we at with the album?
Yeah.
Work in progress. Work in progress, but we are trudging along. Forward progress always. Yeah. Even on this tour.
Yeah.
We work in the back of the bus and have been working, finishing songs and putting it together.
Yeah. We did like the big studio thing and tracked a lot of drums for pretty much everything that we know is probably going to be on the album. So like the big crazy stuff is done, and the rest of it is like lyrics, vocals, which we literally do from the back of the bus. Yeah,
it's funny because I've had a couple of conversations like talking about just the process that a lot of bands go through, and how like at this point in time there's really no right or wrong way to do anything, but there's so many different ways. So like, do you feel that the whole process of like, okay, well, we're going to be writing in the back of the bus, or I got to record this real quick, like while we're over here, like, or does it have to be more of that studio setting, like you need that kind of time to polish things through? Like, is there a major difference that you see with that process?
No, we don't like the studio setting. I mean, we do it. It's kind of fun, at least for me. Every time we do the big studio thing and then we take it back to our own environment, there ends up being a lot of editing. Yeah. Because, I don't know, I think some of my favorite sessions we've had, especially with like Anthony with drums, is when he doesn't think about it. Yeah. I come up with some idea and I have like a fake drum track on it and I'm like, something like this. And his first take, I'm like, that's it, you're done. And that's when it's like the best. And usually when you do the studio thing, you don't show up to the studio like that. You show up after doing pre-production and everything's dialed in. Yeah. And then sometimes you record that way and you're like, what happened to the magical song that we had? Why is it all like so sterile now.
It's like it's like I like that, but like it doesn't have like the same feel or emotion. So yeah. So I mean, I think that when you listen to you guys, like you really do capture a lot of that. But again, lyrically, like the personality really comes through with all of that. So it's always fun anytime I get some new music from you guys and I get to support you. I mean, we're playing Detroit right now and it's doing fantastic. So loving that the people here in Louisville are attached to it, and just being here at Louder Than Life. When we talk about the festival setting and what kind of goes through your mind as opposed to like being on a headlining tour where it's like, all right, like we're going out, we're doing this thing. How does the festival setting compare to that? Do you prefer the more intimacy on your own?
Festivals kind of like we let our hair down and party with all our friends. Really, yeah. It's kind of, we just throw it at the wall and have fun. Every night on tour is fun. The shows are always fun. But it's a different feeling. This is more of just like a party, let's hang out with our friends atmosphere.
Yeah. And even though they're much bigger crowds at festivals like this, it feels like less pressure. Like you can really do whatever you want. No one cares. It's just everyone's here to have a good time. So yeah, we really like it. But I don't know. I like taking a break from the headline shows to do a festival and then going back. Like it's a fun switch up.
Well, I mean, the set list changes, the atmosphere changes, so like it's breaking that routine, so to speak. So it's always a good time. I mean, especially Louder Than Life being the biggest rock festival in the country, like it's always a party out here. And so one more question that I have, and I'm sure you guys are gonna have different answers for it, but it's one of my favorite things to ask. So when you think about like the tour right now, you put together your set list. There's always staple songs that are always making the cut. It's like we got to play new music, we got to play fan favorites, all of that. What's a song that you wish you could put on the set list, but it just never makes the cut? It's always like right there, and it's like either we don't have enough time, or the production part of it like would be too much to put on stage or anything. So like, what song do you wish you could put onto the set list?
That's a really great question. My answer, and sometimes we do put it on, my answer would be Move Me. And like at Move Me at like a festival, because it's always a really powerful moment when we play it, but it's really slow, and so we only have 35 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever, to play a show. It's like can't do it. But we have done Move Me at festivals before. Yeah. Sometimes we do it. Usually if we have like 40 minutes, we'll pop it in. But tonight's a 35, so we're like, gotta keep it the bangers. Yeah. That's my answer.
He's gonna hate my answer. I miss Wide Eyes.
Yeah, I hate that.
I miss Wide Eyes. I just love
the level of disgust.
Yeah, I knew it. But there's just something I always love the breakdown in that song, and I think people really like to hear it, but we just never quite makes the cut. That's all.
What that means is I don't feel like singing it because I struggle with it, and so I poo-poo the idea every time it gets brought up.
Well, it's funny too, because like I remember asking the guys in Pierce the Veil that question last year, and they're like, yeah, some of that earlier stuff where like Vic and his voice was a lot higher, he's like, I can't do it anymore, like, so like he's like, it'd be cool to do, but like, yeah, so like you said, it's like I don't want to sing that, so we're not gonna do it. But it's awesome to have you guys here. I'm looking forward to seeing the set later on, and like I said, you go and experience the Big Bourbon Bar and go with them, and you'll find something that you like. But I appreciate you guys taking the time, and welcome back to Louisville. It's going to be a party here for Louder Than Life.
Oh yeah, thank you.